Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So today we are on the fourth day of our seminar. So a lot of new faces are also being seen today. After, I think it's an auspicious occasion as well. So nice to see a lot of devotees eagerly coming here. And what is the eagerness is that they will be able to see the glimpses of Krishna's birth today. You all have come here with only hope that you'll be able to see the glimpses of Krishna's birth. Yeah, today is a very auspicious day. How auspicious it is explained in Shastras that Krishna appears once in the day of Brahma. Krishna appears in this material world, in this universe, once in the day of Brahma. So Brahma's one of the days is close to 3.2 billion years. Brahma lives for trillions and trillions of years. Of course, he also has birth, death, old age and disease like us. But he lives in a very long time. So what kya ho raha hai that Krishna, after 3.2 billion years, he is coming again. So he came here around 5,251 years ago. So today we are celebrating the 5,252nd birthday. 5,252nd birthday. So he came and went. He did his pastimes for 125 years. And then what we did, every day is Nityotsav. Here what do? Every day there is Alankar, every day there is, offering, every day there is, glorification of the Lord. Why do we glorify the Lord? With the choicest of slokas. Uttama shloka gunanu varnana, Bhagavatam says. Uttama shloka gunanu varnana. So what happens is that, the choicest of words, Krishna को ये करने के लिए, praise करने के लिए हमको words की कमी है. We don't have words नहीं है हमारे पास. To tell his beauty, tell about his form, tell about his leela, tell about everything. Sanskrit में words नहीं है तो English में क्या बोले? The words in English are very very English is a very low class language. If you compare with Sanskrit, each word in Sanskrit. The first day we were discussing about one word called nigama. And many devotees came and told nigama means different meaning. Yes, in Bhagavatam, nigama comes close to 100 times. And in many times, Srila Prabhupada translates that nigama into very, very meanings. So Sanskrit is a very, very, very vast language. So even if that, we are not able to, glorify Krishna. Words are very less to glorify Krishna. So the only thing by which we can glorify Krishna, that's why in Kali Yuga, we are all called that Manda Sumanda Matayo Banda Bhagihi Upadaka, Bhagavatam says. So again, what happens is we have been, Hamara Pura, Dimag Cheen gaya ho. We have actually, what has happened is our brain has become completely, whatever brain we had in Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, we have only 1/100th of that brain. So we don't remember anything, even what we spoke yesterday. Here, many of you have come yesterday's class. So what did we speak yesterday? Let us see how good our brains are, how fertile our brains are. So, हमने कल क्या discuss किए थे? Any 1 or 2 points. Let us take the memory power. Like the classrooms, it happens right in the school. The teacher comes and asks the children, so did you do the homework? Yes. So what did we check yesterday? Okay, so now today same thing. Okay, chalo. So what did we check yesterday?
We talked about the 6 brothers of Krishna.
Okay.
Who died and how their life, how they came into situation.
Very nice.
How Narada helped and everything, including the Hiranyakashipu and Kalyani.
Very nice.
That was part 1.
Okay, good. You only told 5 minutes of the 1.5 hours class. The class was 1.5 hours and you only told 5 minutes of the entire class. Anyway, good. At least you remember the first 5 minutes. That is very appreciable. So the point is, yesterday what we discussed, that why the 6 kids before Krishna were killed and who were they and what is the reason by which they have to be killed. जो कारण क्या था उनको ये करने के लिए. Then the point we also discussed is that, now Krishna has to come, the time has come. So first how Balram ji came, and what is the reason for Balram ji to come? For testing the grounds. एक हफ्ते के पहले बलराम जी आ चुके हैं और इधर आकर भी गए हैं. हर एक दिन आ रहे इधर. अरे यार जन्माष्टमी आ रहा है, ये लोग इच्छुक है कि नहीं? ये लोग कृष्णा को उत्साह से इनवाइट करने के लिए तैयार है कि नहीं? सो एवरी डे बलराम जी कम्स एंड चेक्स अस और पल्सेस, और पल्स को चेक करते हैं. पल्स ठीक है क्या? कृष्ण को रिसीव करने के लिए पल्स ठीक है क्या करके चेक करते रहते हैं. So today is the day in which Balram ji is also very much tensed. Why Balram ji is very tensed is, his younger brother is going to come, and what happened? See, as I told previously, there are many occasions in the Krishna Leela where Balram ji is being kept in dark. Balram ji is actually the direct expression of Krishna. उसको सब मालूम है क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं होने वाला है, और क्या ठीक तरह से कैसा होगा, सब कुछ मालूम है. बट फिर भी क्या कर रहे हैं? मेनी प्लेसेस कृष्णा फॉर द सेक ऑफ लीला, मेनी प्लेसेस he doesn't know, he doesn't make Balram ji make understand what is happening. And one of the example is when the Brahma Vimohan Leela happens. Brahma takes the entire calves, boys, even their tiffin boxes. They went to have tiffin in the forest, and Brahma has to even take away the tiffin boxes also. So everything was taken away. And then, when it was taken away, now what happens is, Krishna has to expand himself. So Krishna, exactly, kaisa the tiffin box was left, kitna, curd rice was left, वो सब expand हो गया. So वो सब होने के बाद, क्या हुआ, that, एक साल के लिए, these boys never returned. Brahma ji was, able to understand after 1 year only, that, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is here, and what should be happening. This last 1 year, he came to know after 1 year. So in the entire 1 year, Balram ji is also surprised. Kya ho raha hai? Everybody looks same. Everybody is, the problem is, what happens? A beautiful thing Acharya explained in that Leela. The mothers of these cowherd people, of the boys, they had more affection towards their son previously than that time. Previously, they had so much of affection towards their boys, towards their son. But during that 1 year, they had even more affection. Kyo? What is the reason?
Krishna is.
Yes, because Krishna has come as their son in their houses for 1 year. So Ahobhagyam, Ahobhagyam, Ranjananda Krishna. Bhagavatam says Ahobhagyam, Ahobhagyam. To get Krishna, see what we are all trying here is to see some glimpses of Krishna. Agar milega ki nahi, aisa hai. And what is the Bhagyam they all got in Nanda Gokulam? That all these people, they were having Krishna as their kids. They are playing with them. He is feeding them. They are breastfeeding him. They are doing everything for Krishna. So that is the beauty of the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. So, as always we know, the entire Krishna is going to come today. Today you have all come with mode of goodness. All of you have come here with a mode of goodness here. Sattva gun se aaye that Krishna ko dekhne ke liye. Same thing happened when Krishna was about to enter in this world. On the same Krishna Paksha day, Ashtami Tithi, Krishna is going to come. So the whole universe was surcharged with good qualities. Even the nakshatra was very favorable. Everything was very, everything became the beauty of the entire universe was magnified multiple times so that Krishna can be received properly. Same hota hai na, main pehle din bataya tha idhar, that all of you are here and you are come here for the temple to observe, some festival. Suddenly, the king of this kingdom comes inside. So he comes inside. What will you all do? No, we don't know how to reciprocate, how to receive him, how क्या करने का है उसको कैसा मर्यादा देने का है हमको मालूम ही नहीं. And out of his own volition, he just opens the door and comes inside. So what will you all do? Some of you might be able to even know that he is the king. Some of you might not even know that he is the king. Some of you may not even know that how good he is, or how bad he is, or how great he is. मालूम ही नहीं है. सेम तरह से क्या हो रहा है, आज 12 बजे कृष्णा खुद अंदर आ रहे हैं. And what will happen? According to our punya, according to our devotional service, we will be able to see. According to our devotional service, Krishna gives us the the mercy to see him also. See, that's the beautiful thing about Krishna. In the entire Mahabharata, what happens is, in various places, Krishna is actually showing his Aishwarya Bhava, showing his opulence. But in spite of showing that he is Supreme Personality of Godhead, many people could not see Krishna even if they are seeing through their eyes. Duryodhana, for example, saw Krishna multiple times. In fact, among the people in the entire Mahabharata who are inimical to Krishna, Duryodhana was the only person who saw Krishna many times. बहुत बार देखा, every day, every moment पे पांडवस के साथ कृष्णा आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं. But इतना होने के बावजूद भी they were not able to see Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. He was saying that he is another man, he is another boy, another boy from Nanda Gokulam. He is another boy from Dwaraka. He is one among us. So Krishna को कैसा पहचान करने के लिए भी उसका मर्सी चाहिए. So that's very important. So the entire thing has been told in the first few verses of this chapter. Beautiful explanations are coming. That how the entire atmosphere became very, very mahol. कैसा बढ़ गया that Krishna को इच्छुक से आरवारण से कैसा उनको actually we have to receive him. करके बहुत सारा explanations है. And one of the explanations says that, see, this is Ashtami Tithi. Today is Ashtami. And we are in Krishna Paksha. What does Krishna Paksha means? What does Krishna Paksha means? Anybody?
Dark fate.
Huh?
Dark 15 days.
Yeah, waning moon. We call it waning moon, correct? The moon is actually waning away. So in this 15 days, moon will be slowly waning, reducing its size. And we are on the Ashtami Tithi. So 8 days the moon is already, from the full moon, it is already going down, and it's completely losing its color and the light. Now, on the 8th day, suddenly on this day, only in Mathura district, there is full moon visible. How it's possible? There is only one moon you have all seen. Is there any different moon for Bahrain, different moon for India? Or different moon for Kanu Garden, or different moon for the other temple? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ना, एक ही moon है. And हम सब कुछ एक ही moon देखे हैं. And suddenly on the only in Vrindavan, only in Mathura district, they are saying full moon. And the inhabitants of Mathura were perplexed. क्या हुआ यार, अभी तो पूर्णिमा तो आगे गई. And पूर्णिमा came almost 8 days ago. And suddenly कैसा है, the new moon has again come. So what actually Shastras, the Acharya says, Chandra was so eager that he forgot his position that he has already weighed 8 times in this entire 15 days. He himself came out in open to see the Lord. So खुद actually पूर्ण रूप से आ गए. There is a beautiful story for your homework, because another homework for you. Another homework is what happened that the Chandra is actually waning and waxing. What is the curse he had? What actually is actual story क्या है? चंद्र भगवान क्यों एक्चुअली हो रहा है that 15 दिन के लिए नीचे जा रहा है और 15 दिन के लिए ऊपर जा रहा है? Now what is the actual reason for it? There is a homework for all. Go and check. There is a beautiful story behind it. What is the curse he had, and how even after that the curse was nullified, and how he became full moon and new moon. All those things are there in our Shastras. So please go and do some research instead of doing some other research. Okay. So the point is, what I was telling. So new moon came. Full moon came. So the entire Mathura is actually enjoying. Suddenly क्या हो गया? So नया moon आ गया, full moon आ गया. So they are all enjoying. And the second verse also says that you all know that the lotus, generally what happens lotus, it only blooms during the day. दिन पे actually bloom होता है और रात को ऐसा it goes into the budding form. Now the moon has become full moon. So इतना रोशनी आ रहा है that the lotus thought it is a day. Suddenly the lotus actually started thinking that it's a day here. And it opened its entire petals, and it came actually and saw that suddenly दिन आ गया. And only in Mathura district all the lotus are blooming. Entire Yamuna की तट पे जो lotus जो है वो सब bloom हो गए. And some of these fellows who are all the Vrajavasis who came late from the Yamuna shore, they were astonished to see that the lotus is actually blooming in the night. So there are so many things that are happening which is not explainable, which is not logically explainable. See, that is the difference between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and man like you and me. Whatever we do, there is some logic behind it. You can explain it. You cannot, have it something like, it's not unexplainable. But Krishna ki star aisa nahi hai, that every activity is non-explainable. See, from the first chapter of Bhagavatam, 10th canto, everything is unexplainable. Now we are in the third chapter. Every verse we cannot explain logically. So spirituality is not logically explainable. See, if it was logically explainable, then he won't become God. See, God ka definition kya hai? What is the definition of God? What is the definition of Supreme Personality of Godhead? There should be some difference between Manushya and the Bhagavan. Manushya means everything we are under the control of three modes of material nature. हम तमोगुण, रजोगुण, सत्वगुण की एक्चुअली ताकत पे है. बट भगवान की ऐसा नहीं है. भगवान का क्या है ना, he himself is स्वराट. He himself decides what to do, when to do, how to do, and in what form to do. He doesn't need to be actually that has to show us the logic. So the logic has to be shown. I always ask this question that how on the day I was telling. Yeah, 1 week old boy or 1 week old kid, how can he go and kill Putana? We all would have had this opportunity, or most of you are grastas. You would have got your kids. 1 week, 1 week old kid, kya karte? It will only cry. It doesn't even open the eyes. It doesn't even know where it is. The difference between 9 months inside the womb and suddenly it is out in open. Correct? The 9 months womb ke andar darkness mein thi, and then what happened is suddenly it has come out in open. So always it is crying, and it doesn't know what is happening. But ek hafta hi paida hua hai, and he is killing a huge demon called Bhutan. And every month there is a demon has to be killed. And when he was 5-6 years old, on the the small left hand small finger, he is keeping Govardhan hill on his tongue. So the point is, see, that's what Srila Prabhupada always says. There are two things which happens here. Krishna's Leela are actually two ways explaining two different things. One, for the devotees, it is not logical. Or for the atheist, it is not logical. Correct? For the devotees also, it is not logical. Kaisa ho raha hai? Krishna se hi ho sakta hai. So they become even more surrendered to Krishna. For the atheist, for the भगवान की विरुद्ध होने वाले भक्त लोग को क्या है, I mean atheist के लिए क्या है? For them, these are all mythology. That's what they say. Hindu mythology, Mahabharata is a myth, Ramayana is a myth, Krishna तो एक figure है, no ऐसा no कोई नहीं था ऐसा. These are all the things we always say. But actually, this all is happening because Krishna is showing that what you think is possible, I can do it without even if you blink of your eye. What you think that it is impossible, I can also do it without even blinking my eye. That is the beauty of the Lord, and so we cannot logically explain this, all these parameters. So and there are so many explanations about the beautiful the thing that how it all went. The season was actually rainy season, but suddenly it became spring. Spring season. Spring season means what? March, April, correct? That is the time of spring. Now we are in August. August is actually rainy season in India. Even today, there was huge floods in Gujarat. There was so much of rain that there is always it's the rainy season. So even that is why Krishna came in the rainy season. Why he came in the rainy season is another homework. There are so many homeworks to do, but you are here till 12 o'clock. How will you do the homework? Anyway, tomorrow you have enough time to do it. So what you have is, the another homework is that why Krishna came during the Sharat Mas, the rainy season. What is the reason?
mentioned that the school opening time.
School opening time.
Cloud color irukadanaala.
Shady crop cultivation.
So these are all what we call as mental concoction. What do? We are all very good. Our brains are very fertile. Every one of you, how many people are here? 100 people are here. Each one of you asks this question. Each one will give you some other answer. That is the beauty also. That is the beauty of your relationship with Krishna. Krishna has a unique relationship with each one of you. So each one of you has a different answer. But that is what always I say. We say, Srila Prabhupada used to say that Krishna ko samajhne ke liye we don't need to have your brains fertile. You have to have your hearts fertile. दोनों का बहुत अंतर है, बहुत फर्क है. When your brain is fertile, you start questioning so much. क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हैं? On that day in the other temple, one of the devotees was asking me a question. Why Balaram has been, colored red? This is exactly what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Atva bahutatena kim yatena tavarju. What is the use of asking so many questions? What is the use of answering so many things? समझने से क्या होने वाला है अर्जुन? What is the need of you knowing so many things? So, Eke Guru Nandana, what he says is, so how you have to become is that you have to become equally disposed of your mind. So, we have to keep our hearts fertile, not your brains fertile. Once you come inside this room, आप घर पे आपको दिमाग को छोड़ के आइए. घर पे actually keep in your locker and come. Next day morning when you are going to the office, maybe it will be helpful. Not here. Here, what we need is actually the melting of your heart. The heart should be melted by Krishna's songs, Krishna's form, Krishna's leela, Krishna's, beauty. Your heart has to melt. Anyway, so that is another thing. So the other things are also explained. Let us go into other stuff. So yesterday we also saw that when Devaki is going to give birth to Krishna, she got a very beautiful transcendental form. She got a very beautiful transcendental form. And what it says, Devakya Deva Rupinya Vishnu Sarva Gugashaya. She got into a Deva Rupini. She became like a goddess. She was glowing, as yesterday I was telling, that when Krishna was inside Vasudeva's heart, he was glowing like sun. Ravihi, Bhagavatam says, Ravihi, that he was glowing like sun. And when he was transferred, like the transplantation, as I was explaining yesterday, that he was being transplanted from Vasudev's heart to Devaki's heart. It is not through seminal discharge. It is not through like what normal you and me are born by when father and mother's seminal discharge. No, Krishna was born through transfer of heart. So yesterday we were explaining also how acharyas were actually explained that the inside our heart, we are actually, that's called initiation. Yesterday we also explained about what is Diksha ceremony. Diksha ceremony matlab kya ho raha hai? Diksha ceremony ka kya matlab hai? Kya mahatva hai? Yesterday we saw that. So today Devaki has become Deva Rupinya. She has become Deva Rupinya. Why Deva Rupinya? Vishnu Sarva Gugashaya. See, Sarva Guha. What does Guha means? Anybody knows what is Guha means? What is the meaning of the word, Sanskrit word called Guha? Guha means he is always in hiding. He is always in hiding. Who is always in hiding? Vishnu. As I all saw in the first day, if Vishnu was available to be seen very easily, the demigods did not go to Shvetadeep to go and do the prayers. It needs a lot of punya, a lot of devotional service to see Vishnu. If that is the case, that the demigods are not even able to see Vishnu, then how we are all going to see Krishna? So we need even more tapasya, is it? Anyway, today we'll see. So now what happens is, so the Deva Rupanya Vishnu Sarva Gugashaya, because Vishnu is actually went inside her heart. So she became Guha inside the heart, inside the Shaya. He became inside the heart. So what happened is, she became transcendental. She became glowing. Everybody who saw her, today it will come, that she was more worried that seeing that everybody is able to understand that you are inside. Now Kamsa will know. Kamsa will come and kill me. Kamsa will come and kill you. So why don't you reduce the glowingness, reduce the tube light, reduce the light? Devaki is thinking about himself. So the thing is that there is a word which comes in this verse he is called Janardana. Again, Krishna is called so many names. Each name of Krishna has multiple meanings, of course. As I told you the first day, meaning of Hari has multiple meanings. And what is the meaning of the word Janardana? Anybody know what is the meaning of the word Janardana?
Resting place.
Sorry?
Resting place.
Huh?
Eternal resting place.
Resting place. No, it is not Janardana. Jana Ardhan. Beautiful word. Jana Ardhan. Population increasing. That is the role of Prajapati. That is not the role of Janardhan. Okay. Now,
Taking care of devotees.
very good. Taking care of devotees is one meaning. Taking care of Jana Ardhan. That Jana means he takes care of every Jana, every human being. He takes care. He is the what I call sustainer of all the living beings. Sustainer. Today we are all sustaining because of him. We are getting oxygen because of it. We are getting food because of it. We have some clothes because of it. We have this air conditioning running because of it. Everything is because of it. And what is the second meaning of Janardhan here? Acharya says Jana Ardhana. So what it actually means is that the Jan means, here in Jan means all the Munis, all the rishis, all the demigods. Ardhana means requesting. The person who came because of request by so many great rishis. Jana Ardhana. He came because great rishis came and requested him. Can you please come? The world is really suffering. The world is going through tough times. आप क्यों नहीं आ सकते हैं? Please आइए करके they all went and pleaded him. In one another place, in Chaitanya Charitamrita also it happens. Anybody knows? Chaitanya Charitamrita also it happens. The same thing happens. Of course, all of you told that you have not read Chaitanya Charitamrita. You have to read. It's a beautiful book. Yeah? Yes. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the form of Krishna, who came into this material world 500 years ago, same thing happened. Advaita Acharya has to go and plead to Krishna. That, जो माहौल जो है, बहुत, कठिन हो रहा है for, brahmanas to perform, for the, normal human beings to even sustain. So, आप जरूर आने का है, करके all these munis and rishis and great tapasvis, they grow and, request Krishna that why don't you come, please come, please come, please come. So, that is the meaning of the word Janardana. So, the thing is that he is now going to come. Now, what happened is, see the another beauty of Krishna. Yesterday I was explaining that the seventh kid got miscarriage. Correct? The seventh kid, according to the people of, Mathura. According to people of Mathura, the seventh kid got miscarriage. According to actual Shastras, it was transplanted by the Yoga Maya to, Rohini's. So Balramji was born 1 week ago. Now, the seventh kid got miscarried. Now, there was always a confusion. The next kid, which is actually, now Devaki is already pregnant, whether this has to be considered the seventh kid or the eighth kid. Only the eighth kid has to be killing Kamsa. So whether we have to take very seriously this kid or not. There is a lot of confusion here. And what happened is, now we know that, the seventh kid has already been transplanted because from the Shastras we know. And the eighth kid is inside. But there is confusion for the normal human beings. Now Krishna, what he does, the birth of Krishna happens a premature baby. You know what we call premature baby? The kid has to be born in when? 9th month or 10th month, correct? Krishna was born on the 8th month only. Harivamsha Vilas, there is a beautiful explanation that Krishna came out in the 8th month only. 8th month mein hi wo paida hue. That is the beauty of Krishna, that everybody was thinking when he will come, when he will come out, when he will come out. And out of his own volition, he came immediately on the 8th month only, to the surprise of many people. ये कैसा शादी है, ये कैसा हो सकता है? On the 8th month only he came. So everybody is perplexed. Sometimes we also see in the modern day, what do they do? Two things they do. I have heard some of these families, what do they do is, they go and approach an astrologer. And what do they do is, see how bad, the point is we don't understand Shastras. The problem is our, so-called Hinduism. We are not teaching people about, what is the actual thing about Shastras, what they are saying. See, what some of these people do is, they go to the astrologers and fix a date. My wife is 9th month pregnant. In any day, any next 1 month, the son can come out, or daughter can come out. And what will happen is, can you please fix a very auspicious day and time so that, we can do the C-section and bring the kid out. This is what people are doing. What they are doing is that they do the operation to bring the kid out at the appropriate time. Thinking that, we have, mastered the astrological charts. We have mastered the astrological charts. The astrological chart theek ho gaya. Mera son will become the ruler of this entire world. He will become fame, he'll get the fame, he'll get money, he'll get, beauty, name, everything he will get. Or the daughter, whatever it is. But they don't understand. What they don't understand is, the astrological chart of every nakshatra is very unique. Every nakshatra is a very unique astrological chart. And people who know astrology will tell you that, what happens is, the constellations of different nakshatra on your astrological chart has multiple goodness and multiple badness. You cannot fix that. This is the best thing for you. This is exactly what Krishna does during the Kurukshetra war also. See, when Krishna is pleased, like today what I was telling you, even the waning moon can become a full moon. During the Kurukshetra war, what happened is that suddenly Krishna brought Amavasya. Suddenly he brought Amavasya because they have to do Tarpan. And the war can be prolonged, or war can be, what we can say is give a free day among the fighting day. Suddenly he brought Amavasya. So Krishna is capable of changing your charts. So instead of going to an astrologer, instead of doing C-section, instead of getting all the wrong things, are doing Ugra Karma. This is all Ugra Karma. Ugra Karma means, what is the meaning of the word Ugra Karma? Ugra Karma means that we want to completely turn the Vedic injections or Vedic Shastras into our own injections. खुद को क्या करना है, that we want to showcase to the entire world that I am really intelligent. I know how to do it. I know how to do not to do it. All those things. All those things actually. What is that?
2 cars are blocking.
Okay.
This is the registration number.
So urgent announcement that 2 cars are blocking the way. Whoever owns this car, please go out and park it properly. 309-361. 309-361. Nobody is here, so they have not come here. They have gone to the nearby house. 478-070. 478-070. Anyway, both are not here. So the thing is, what we are explaining that what we need is that we have to surrender to Krishna. When we surrender to Krishna, what he does is he changes our astrological chart. We don't need to go and see the astrologer. We don't need to do parikar. We don't need to do this puja, this homa, that homa. Nothing is needed actually. What do we need is actually surrender to Krishna. So asan. It is so easy. Then I want to know why people don't do it then. People क्यों नहीं कर रहे? इतना आसान है तो क्यों people क्यों नहीं कर रहे? Problem क्या है? Like yesterday what we saw, that they have more faith in other forms of the Lord than the direct forms of the Lord. In Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, that you go and worship any demigod for any purpose. Ultimately, who has to approve it? I have to approve. In office we do it, right? What happens is, your immediate boss cites for your leave. But your super boss or the boss above your boss tells you don't send him. There is some more work coming. Then all your plans are scratched. You book your tickets. Your family is eagerly going to go to summer holidays. Everything is quiet. Same way, what happens is we go and do so much of tapasya. We do so much of worship, so much of puja for the demigods, thinking that our life will become very very blissful. But actually क्या है? Everything has to be approved by him. उनका approval चाहिए. what do they do? At the end of the day, they all come in and ask, can we approve it? Can we disapprove it? Kya karne ka hai? So meeting over actually. When we are sleeping in the night, they all have a meeting, special meeting. That ये बंदा आ गया और ये proposal मुझे दिया है, ये proposal को क्या करना चाहिए? So same way, instead of going to multiple places, giving multiple proposals, it is much more easier to come to one place and give one proposal. Why you are wasting your time? Why you are wasting your money? Why you are wasting your energy? Come to this place. Now give your proposal. He will manage your proposal. So this is the thing. So today what we are discussing is that 8th month only he came out. In the 8th month when he came out, Kamsa didn't know till. Kamsa is still not aware. And what the Shastra says, if at all Krishna would have come at the right moment at the right time, Kamsa would have been waiting at the door gates of the prison for the whole month. He is so anxious. Yesterday I was telling you, for 8 long years he didn't sleep. 8 long years he didn't sleep. Every day he is thinking, when will the 8th child come? When will the 8th child come? When will the 8th child come? And how he will look, what he will do, how to kill him, how to counteract him, whether we have to kill him when he was young or when he grows up. क्या करना चाहिए और किसको भेजना चाहिए? इतना प्लानिंग हो रहा है 8 साल से. So the Acharya say that if Krishna actually bewildered Kamsa in this way, that he came in the 8th month only. If Krishna would have come at the 10th month or 9th month, Kamsa would have put a chair, put a sofa inside the prison and staying there. Chalo kabhi aayega dekhenge, kabhi aata hai dekhta hai karke, he would have sat there completely. No, that didn't happen. What happened is immediately Krishna, in order to fool him, he immediately came out in the 8th month itself. So Krishna appeared now. Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. So Krishna appeared. And to the surprise of Vasudeva and Devaki, Krishna came in a very small childlike form. What it says? Tam adbhutam balakam ampujekshanam. Tam adbhutam balakam ampujekshanam. The balaka, see the thing is, what a beautiful thing it happens. A son is born, and the son is born in prison. Mother has been tied up in the prison for 8 years. And every child which was born in the prison, there was no nurse and all. There is no the midwife, what we call midwives or nurse. It is not there. So, kya ho raha hai? The father is acting like the nurse. Correct? When the kid is born, the father is actually acting as a nurse. He is, taking care of the birth of the baby. He is taking care of each baby which is born. And what? He is doing all the duties. So already the father has seen 6 other babies. Suddenly this baby looks completely different. ये तो क्या है? Suddenly ये तो अलग दिख रहा है. कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम हो गया क्या? 7th already miscarriage हो गया और 8th completely different लग रहा है. ये तो बच्चा जैसा नहीं लग रहा है. He is completely worried, completely, stunned, completely surprised. Tam adbhutam balak. What is the surprising kid that is born to us? Kuch to gadbad ho gaya kya? He is thinking like that. Tam adbhutam balak. And what is the balakam had? Ambujekshanam. He had a beautiful lotus eyes. Ambuja means lotus. Ambujekshanam. He had a very beautiful lotus eyes. And what he had? Next what he had? Chaturbhujam. He had Chaturbhujam. So, the child was born with 4 hands, with Sangha Chakra Gadapati. He is born with 4 hands. And he is born as a 4 hand and he is crawling. He is not crying also. Generally, all the 6 kids that were born previously, they were all crying so badly that immediately the gods will run to Kamsa until the first kid is born. And the Kamsa will come running to kill that kid. Because immediately we have to kill it. Otherwise, something will happen. The kid might become, some demigod or Vishnu or something. They will come and create some, problem for him. So the kids cry. Immediately the gods will be awake, and they will run to Kamsa to bring him. Now the kid is not crying also. He is not crying. He is having, 4-handed form, and completely decorated also. Have you ever seen a kid born with full, ornaments? Full ornaments ke saath. Everything, garland ke saath, ornament ke saath, all, kavasha kundala ke saath, Vaiduri gem ke saath. He is also born with peacock feathers in his head. How it's possible? So everything is born as he is. So later we will see why he was born like this. Why he was born like this here is he is showing to the entire world that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That what happens is I am Bhagavan myself has come. Not in my Amsa, not as an expansion, not as an ordinary kid, not that I have come here to show some partial expansion or avatar of mine. I am not an avatar who has come here. I have come in fully form. I have come myself. I have come here. The same example can be given. When the king wants to come here, either he can come himself fully, or he can send his representative. He can send the minister, or he can send the police, or he can send somebody else, or send some a big fellow to come and see you. So Krishna also does that. In the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, each and every expansion of Krishna is explained. And each expansion is different. One is, Amsha, one is, Shakti Avesh Avatar, one is, Kala Avesh Avatar, Purusha Avatar. So many examples are there. So here, he is coming in, Chaturbhuja form, with all the ornaments, with garland in the neck, with, Vaidurya gem in his, this thing. So he's come completely. Now, if you see some of the photos, our photos also, there was a mistake which was made. Some of the devotees who drew this photo, they would have drawn that photo which you see in the Krishna book also. They misunderstood that the child was born, they put a two-handed form Krishna, crawling in front of Devaki and Vasudeva. But actually, he came in Chaturbhuja form. That is very, very clear. That is the beauty of Krishna, that, he wanted to show that, I am not an ordinary kid. I am not an ordinary kid. Questions will keep it that. Questions baat mein rakhta hai. So now what happening is, what is happening actually is every stage in this entire Leela, Krishna is showing that I am I am not what you think I am. What Krishna is showing? I am not what you are thinking I am. आपके मुताबिक मैं कौन हूं, मैं ऐसा नहीं हूं. Whatever you think that Krishna might be like this, Krishna is like this, Krishna is not like this, and he is exactly not like that. Exact ulta hai. See, Krishna is beyond our mental concoction. The first day I was telling here that the Muni is like what you all did. Why did Krishna came in the Sharat Mahina? Why did Krishna come in the rainy season? So everybody started thinking about one reason, a reason, O reason, school opening time somebody said, so all these reasons you told. Same way, Munis and Rishis are also doing it. Krishna might be like this. He is a form of Vishnu. वो किधर रहता है, वो कैसा रहता है, everything they do their mental concoction. But completely to, ward off or completely, nullify their mental concoction, Krishna comes in a unique structure, unique way. So that we have to understand. So this all, happened. Now Vasudeva is seeing the kid. Now he is surprised in 4 ways. The next 4 shlokas in Bhagavatam explains to us that Vasudeva was, surprised in 4 ways. The first surprise, that every kid that was born before was, very much afraid seeing the prison house. Father and mother is, shackled in iron bars. They are not able to move. They cannot even move. The Vasudeva was not even able to walk. He was not even able to walk. And all the kids are, surprised that, how my father and mother are like this. But this kid is not even afraid of the prison. He is smiling. The day he is born, the moment he was born, he is smiling at the father and mother. So, ये क्या बड़ी बात हो रही है? First surprise उनको ये भी है. और दूसरा surprise, that 400 form means it is Vishnu's form. He is coming in a 400 form. And how come that, normal people like me and my wife, Devaki is a normal human being like me. And how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is coming in Devaki's womb? How it is possible? Devaki ke womb pe kaisa aa sakti hai? How it is possible? That is also not possible. And the third thing already I told you, that, he was very much surprised that, he is nicely decorated. Pura decoration ke saath paida hua. वो कैसा हो सकता है? And what he is also surprised in the 4th way is that that I was worshipping Narayana every day. I was worshipping Narayana every day. And we did so much of tapasya to get Narayana. And I didn't expect that Narayana will be born as my son. How it is possible? We all also get kids. Narayana ka amsha humke son pe aata hai. See, everybody is a Narayana's amsha. Correct? Mamai vamsho jivaloke jiva bhuta sanatana. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says. So, mamai vamsha jiva bhute. Everybody is an amsha of Krishna. Everybody is an amsha of Narayana. Everybody is an amsha of Vishnu. But we are all, like a spark. Srila Prabhupada gives the example. Like, a huge gold mine. A gold mine है, उसका gold कितना होता है, सोना कितना होता है, बहुत बहुत बड़ा चीजें होता है. And how much gold we want? हमारा घर पे कितना सोना है? हमारा घर पे कितना सोना है? And वो सोना को लिए ज्यादा करने के लिए हम इतना प्रयत्न कर रहे हैं. और सोना को actually what we want is we want to multiply the gold, we want to get more gold, and we think that the gold will save us. Psyche nahi, gold will save us. Just because I remembered this. Recently there was this war. Here in Middle East there is always some war here. There was this war where there was this war in Syria. You all know when there was a huge war in Syria. And what happened is, when the war happened in Syria, there was this people were actually protesting. That they all came. They all they were protesting in big numbers that the governors or the rulers were put into some uncomfortable situation. Correct. Now what happened in Syria is, in one of the districts, all the people came and started protesting against the governor. The governor has to come out of his palace running for safety. And what he had in hand, he had huge gold bars. And he is telling to these people, I will give you this gold bars, allow me to go. He is giving this gold bars to people which he has hoarded in his palace for so many years. And he is telling to these people, मैं देता हूं उनको, आपको मेरे छोड़ दीजिए. So even for the greatest rulers, gold is not saving. So how is gold going to save us? Gold will never save anybody. Gold will never save anyone. And gold is just Maya. That is why in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam we say that where gold is there, Kali Purusha is there. So अपना घर पे gold है, then Kali Purusha है. So अपना घर पे क्यों there is always jagada. Kali means jagada. Correct? There is always quarrel. There is always fighting between all the members of the family. So क्यों हो रहा है रोज? Because इतना gold जमा हुआ है. So gold के वजह से क्या हो रहा है? Always fighting हो रहा है. And so Kali Purush अंदर आके ऐसा चेयर लेकर बैठा है. चेयर लेकर सोफा में बैठा है और देख रहे हैं अभी आप लोग क्या करें देखते हैं. और हस्बैंड और वाइफ के बीच क्या चल रहा है, सन के फादर के बीच क्या चल रहा है, डॉटर और मदर के बीच क्या चल रहा है, सब लेकर बैठकर देख रहे हैं. सो घर पे काली पुरुष चाहिए और कृष्णा चाहिए. हमारा हाथ पे कृष्णा है तो पूरा सोना मिल जाएगी ऑटोमेटिकली. आई टोल्ड यू सेकंड डे हाउ दैट फ्रूट सेलर हु केम एंड हु केम एंड सोल्ड फ्रूट्स. 4 फ्रूट्स 5 फ्रूट्स लेकर आया एक बास्केट में. और कृष्णा आया था. ही इज ओनली 1 year old kid playing inside the Nanda Maharaja's house. He came out to buy some fruits. और वो दिन में क्या थे that it's barter system, not money. So कुछ देना क्या है और चीज लेकर जाने क्या. So he brought some few grains, fruit grains in his hand. और एक साल बच्चा में कितना grains आ सकते हैं. He brought some few grains, and every step there was some grain falling also on the floor. When he came to see that lady, he had only 4 grains in hand, and 4 chawal, 4 grains there. And what he did? He came and told this lady, I want the fruits. This lady don't know who is Krishna, but she was enchanted by the beauty. She was enchanted by the beauty. ये बच्चा कौन है? And what she did, immediately she told, you are a very small boy. How can you take all these fruits in a basket? Very difficult for you to take it. बहुत मुश्किल लग जाएगी आपकी. So what he did, she actually gave all the fruits to him. And he gave his 4 grains in his hand. So what did you have for me to give? The lady is asking. And Krishna is giving 4 grains to him. And she saw the 4 grains. अगर हम हैं तो हम क्या बोलेंगे? अरे यार, even the 6 fruits are costing you 10 dinars, and you brought 4 grains, which is not even worth 0.0001 cents. And how can I give you all this? मैं नहीं दे सकता हूँ, चलो अंदर जाओ और पैसा लेकर आओ और मेरा माँ पिता को बुलाओ. Correct? This is what we will do. But what she did, she was enchanted by the beauty. She gave all the fruits to him, whatever she had in the basket, and took those 4 grains and put in the basket and went home. और घर पे क्या हुआ? सोना पैदा हुआ. So this is the easiest way to actually have sona in your house. Every day come and give 4 grains to him here, and every day you will get 4 sona in your house. कानू गार्डन टेम्पल पे आओ, रोज आओ और रोज भी आकर आप दे दो, पूरा चावल दे दो, और आपका घर पे पूरा सोना आ जाए. This is what we understand from Krishna. We understand from his Leela. So simple. Why to go and work, why to struggle so hard, why to see the purity of gold, why we have to see that how pure it is, whether it is cheating, कुछ नहीं है. आराम से घर पे सोना आ जाएगी. So यही है तरीका. क्या है? यही तरीका है. So now what we are going through. So now what happened? Now he is already surprised. Who is surprised? Vasudeva. That a kid has been born, and with all special characters he is born. And so what he was so surprised that abhi kya karne ka. So immediately he started offering praise. So in this entire chapter, he started offering praise. Bhavan Sakshat Purushaka Prakrite Paraha. That Bhavan Sakshat Purushaka. You are the supreme personality. You have come to my home. Even though it is not my home where I am staying, but you have come to my home. Correct? He was staying in the prison. So prison is not his home, but that was his makeshift home. 8 साल ये घर पे है तो वही शिफ्ट होम बढ़ गया. क्या करें, बाहर नहीं जा सकते. So now yesterday one more incident happened which I forgot to tell you. That yesterday I was telling you that all the devatas who came, and I told that they started putting tent inside the room to see that Krishna has to be seen, how he is coming. I want to see Krishna. Now what happened is they started putting their chambers, they started putting their tent, they started putting their chairs, sofa, everything they started bringing. Because devatas means what? Luxury. Correct? स्वर्गलोक में सब luxury है. So they सब उधर से लेकर आए इधर और started seeing that okay चलो मैं कृष्णा का देख क्यों क्या है कर. So yesterday at the end of the chapter I was telling you that all of them after praying to the Lord went back to their abodes. पहले क्या है? They all came to see Krishna. Now why did they all go back to their abodes? क्यों वापस गए? क्या रीजन क्या है? क्यों वापस गए? हाँ?
They have to do their duty.
What duty? Their duty at their office. So like what you all go tomorrow morning, like that they also left. They have to do their duty in the office. Okay. What is the other answer?
To bring their friends.
To bring their friends. Oh, very nice. Yeah. Like you all brought so many friends today. Good. Okay. So what is the other answer?
Aerial view.
Aerial view. Oh, that is good. I mean, the drone shot. The drone shot will run. Drone shot. Okay, chalo. Now, the actual answers the acharyas are giving us. The acharyas are giving us a beautiful answer. Now, look at this. The same fellows, the devatas, they were not even having punya to go and see Vishnu there. They have to go and stand in the shores of Svetadip, in the milk ocean. And in the milk ocean, they have to chant the Purushashukta prayers. So, Purushashukta prayers करने के बाद भी Vishnu did come in front. Vishnu ने एक messenger भेजा, एक message भेजा किसको? ब्रह्मा को. तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदि कवये. So he sent a message to Brahma to the heart. So Amara, the devatas don't have that much punya to go and see Vishnu also, who is the embassy. मैंने पहले बताया था. Shvetadip is like a embassy. It's the embassy of our Lord. Whenever you cannot go to see the Lord, you can go to Shvetadip. That's an embassy. You go and take the passport here, you take the visa here, you take all the things in the embassy, right? Same way, Shvetadip is your embassy. Now what happened is, the Vishnu, the devatas are not having enough punya to go and see him also. That how suddenly they will be able to see the master of the entire universe, Krishna. वो कैसा साध्य हो सकता है? Krishna तो सबकी यजमान है. He is the son, he is the father of everyone. He is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Krishna, Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Rupa, Sarvakarana Karana. He is the Sarvakarana Karana. So, now, Krishna has already told Yoga Maya, Chalo, kaam pe lag jao, that, all these fellows are standing there to look at me. They don't have the enough punya to look at me. Unko bhaga do. So, Yoga Maya's trick, Yoga Maya's trick was there, that all these devatas were sent back to their original abodes. Now, you don't have the punya to come, you have to go back. In the later verses in the Bhagavatam, we will also see that Lakshmi Devi herself was so eager to become a gopi. She wanted to come as a gopi and have the wonderful pastimes in Vrajabhumi. She wanted to come, but she could not come. But Lakshmi Devi, who is the mother of all of us, she is not able to come to Vrajabhumi to have the wonderful pastimes of Vrajabhumi. What to think of us? What to think of normal people like you and me? What to think of the devatas who are also like you and me? So, they were all sent out by Yoga Maya because they were not qualified to see the Lord, or they were having that punya to see the Lord and for him. So now all the prayers have started. What's the prayers? That Vasudeva started praying to the newborn child that no need to worry, you are Sakshat Bhagavan, I know that, and I am very much happy that you have come here, so Kamsa will be killed. We don't need to worry about Kamsa now, and as promised, you have come at the appropriate time. अब सही टाइम पे आए, and यही टाइम है that Kamsa को वध करने के लिए. So आपने आया, बहुत धन्यवाद करके he is doing lot of prayers. A lot of prayers are there. You can all go and read it. And you are neither external nor internal. You are apart from this material world. All this prayers, it comes out there. Now the last prayer, what he does, the last prayer of Vasudeva to the newborn child, is that he tells that how much we are all illusioned by this material things. How much we are illusioned by these material things. That, we think that they are all going to give some happiness to us. Kal bhi hum bata rahe the that what happens is, हमारा पूरा परिवार, खानदान, पूरा घर, पूरा सब क्या किसके लिए है? We think that they are there to give happiness to us. But if you sit and see, that's what Krishna is, Vasudeva is saying, that मैं actually सोचा था when I did my शादी, when I did the marriage, I thought that all my family will be very happy. बहुत खानदान से तक धूमधाम से marriage हो रहा है, and everything will be very very happily. That like what they say in the movies, they lived happily ever after. They happily lived ever after. And when is that ever after they happily lived? They only know. Even on not single day they lived happily. But what do they say? That happily lived ever after. So they are living very happily after the marriage. Now he is saying that the same thing I also thought. मैं भी वही सोचा था. शादी हो चुका है. अभी जिंदगी चेंज होने वाला है. I'll be very happy. Everything will be perfect. मेरा नया बीवी आया है. New wife has come. New husband has come. New son has come. Everything is perfect. चल रहा है यार. Perfect है. यही मैंने सोचा. But ये देखो मेरा परिस्थिति कैसा है. Think about my situation. I have been imprisoned with shackles that I am not even able to go to the washroom also. And what is happening? Just because I am going to be your father, I have to go through all these pains and pleasures. Very beautiful statement. Very beautiful statement. That just because I asked for you, you came to me. Just because I did tapasya to get you, I did so much of tapasya to get you. Now, because of the tapasya, you came to my house, you came to me as my son. Now, that is the same reason why I am also suffering in this material world. So, this is the exact thing. What we should also be remembering, that Krishna, see, sometimes devotees think like this only. That, I am coming here for many years. मैं बहुत साल आ रहा हूँ. मेरे को क्यों, कृष्णा मुझे क्यों इतना तकलीफ दे रहे हो? मुझे क्यों इतना तकलीफ दे रहे हो? मैं तो बाकी जन की जैसा नहीं हूँ. मैं तो इतना पाप नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I am not doing any sin. I am chanting your holy name. I am doing my japa. You know, I am coming to temple every day. I am coming for Mangalarti every day. I am coming and looking at offering you every day. But मुझे कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है. Everything is going bad. So then we start thinking whether Krishna is सच्चा है कि नहीं. You know, these are all the work of our, Mahamaya. Mahamaya का tricks है. Every now and then she will give you a test. परीक्षा देती है. और परीक्षा में पास होने के, कल मैं बता रहा था, every day I was telling yesterday that every one of us is writing exam, परीक्षा लिख रहे हैं. And what we are doing the mistake, yesterday I was telling that mistake हम क्या कर रहे हैं? कॉपी. हमारा बच्चे लोग करते हैं ना एग्जाम पे, आजू बाजू में देख करते हैं. सेकंड क्वेश्चन का क्या आंसर है, मैं भी लिख लेता हूँ. और 5वां क्वेश्चन का क्या आंसर है, मैं भी लिख लेता हूँ. उनका देखकर क्या लिखा है. ऐसा हम भी ऐसा ही कर रहे हैं. What my neighbor is having, I also should have. What my relative is having, I should also have. My relative's son is in US, my son also should be in US. So what do? We are copying our exam. But normal exam और ये life exam बहुत अलग है. Normal exam कैसा होता है? All the questions are same. Correct? Question number 1 is same, question number 2 is same, question number 3 is same. For all the participants. But हमारा जिंदगी का परीक्षा कैसा है? That everybody has a different question paper. हमारा क्वेश्चन पेपर अलग है, बाजू वाला क्वेश्चन पेपर अलग है. हमारा क्या तकलीफ होने वाला है, उसका तकलीफ अलग है. हम तो हमारा सेकंड क्वेश्चन शुड बी 99th क्वेश्चन फॉर इट. उनका 10वां क्वेश्चन माइट बी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर मी. इफ यू कॉपी you won't get any marks because you are writing the second question का answer first question पे and fourth question का answer 10वां question पे. So how will you pass? You will never pass. Pass means क्या है? You will always be in misery. So this is what Vasudeva is saying, that how much we got attracted. He is telling that your garland से attract होता है. Somebody puts a garland to you, we get attracted. Somebody gets, attracted by, somebody gives puja, somebody does labha, some do pratishta, moha. Everything we get attracted unnecessarily in this material. So, the point kya hai? That you are here only to remove all this, illusion. All the illusion can be, warded off if we surrender to Krishna only. And that is what Vasudeva is telling. That he is asking a very simple question. You also know that I am suffering. Then why don't you help me? Correct? You also ask the same question. मैं इतना तकलीफ में हूं कृष्णा, why you are not, मदद क्यों नहीं कर रहे? आंसर क्या है उसके लिए? What is the answer for it? Answer क्या है? You are all coming, you are all worshipping you, you are all doing service, but still Krishna is not helping you. Why? Reason क्या है? Huh? We are not ready, we are not serious. Any other answer?
We are in competition.
We are in competition. For what?
With others.
With others. Okay, good. Very good answers. What is the other answer? Any other answer? The answer is, time nahi hua hai. Oh, which means that, devotional service is time bound. That, you have to go through some 100 births. Then only you will achieve Krishna. No. Devotional service is like an elevator. Srila Prabhupada tells us. That you want to go from the first floor to 10th floor. कैसे जा सकते हैं? Step से जा सकते हैं. First floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, and there is another way. क्या है? Lift में जा सकते हैं. Directly जाओ, 10 बटन दबाओ, and you are the 10th floor. Same way, devotional service is like बटन दबाने का काम. बटन दबाने का काम. Now, why Krishna is not helping us? Krishna is not helping us because, for two reasons. One, that Krishna is not helping us because what we are doing is that we are actually not, having this subconscious mind pe. Subconscious mind pe, we have this material things to even do it. हमको क्या चाहिए? मंदिर आते हैं, बट फिर भी अरे हमको जॉब चाहिए, हमको थोड़ा नाम चाहिए, हमको थोड़ा मनी चाहिए, सोना चाहिए, सब कुछ अंदर है. सो अंदर है तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? कृष्णा इज सेइंग देन यू कंप्लीट योर जॉब. जॉब कंप्लीट करके आ जाओ. So हमारे पास ही what is there is so much of what you can do. You can have a session like what you do is you have the what you call your program. So what happens is that the point what I am telling is that we are ourselves not ready. We are ourselves having some material entanglements. We also are having a material expectations. So what is happening is material expectation is there. So what is happening is we ourselves are not ready. So Krishna is telling, चलो ready हो जा. मैं तो इधर ready हूँ. Yesterday I was telling you the same example. What is the example? That two birds. दो bird का example दिया. Correct? एक bird क्या कर रही है? Fruit. He is eating the fruit. And where it is eating the fruit? It is expecting a mango fruit from a neem tree. वो कैसा मिल सकता है? Mango fruit from a neem tree. नीम का पेड़ में क्या मिलेगा? नीम का फ्रूट मिलेगा. आम का कैसा नहीं मिलेगा? So what is happening is so now so हमारा ऐसा ही है. So what we are doing is that we are actually thinking that हमारे को आम मिल जाएगी. इधर आम मिलेगा क्या? दूसरा ब्रांच में मिल जाएगा. We are going from one branch to another branch like a monkey. Monkey यही करती है ना. एक ब्रांच से दूसरा ब्रांच जंप करो. कौन सा ब्रांच में मैंगो मिलेगा? द प्रॉब्लम इज द एंटायर ट्री इज अ नीम ट्री. किधर भी जाओ आपको मैंगो नहीं मिलने वाला है. किधर भी जाओ आपको हैप्पीनेस नहीं मिलने वाला है. किधर भी जाओ आपको सोना नहीं मिलने वाला है. सो आपको क्या करना चाहिए? भगवान की चरण पे शरण होना चाहिए. चरण पे शरण होना चाहिए. शरण और शरण का फर्क है. Tamil, South Indian people, they don't know Hindi or they don't know Sanskrit. So what happens is they always say Charana, interchangeable. But actually Charan is different. भगवान की चरण पे शरण होना चाहिए. You have to understand the difference between Charan and Charan. So anyway, what I told them is, you are all very eagerly waiting. There's so much to say. At least I will take another 45 minutes to complete. If I continue, slowly I would get, rotten tomatoes being thrown. People will start throwing tomatoes. Some of the kids are eagerly waiting that, we have come here to see some cultural events. आप तो माइक पकड़ के माइक को छोड़ता ही नहीं भाई. छोड़ दो भाई. हमारे को we are not come here to hear all your भाषण. Let me also have some fun. It's a fun day. Krishna is happy. Why the kids should not be happy? Let the kids also be happy. So हमारा अभी क्या करेंगे? We'll have a cultural event, and after that we'll have another 1 hour, half an hour, 45 minutes of continuation. That what happened, how we went to this third chapter continuation we'll do, because now the prayers of Vasudev is over. Now it's the turn of the mother to pray. Father has prayed. Mother also has to pray. So mother will pray. Then what happens? It's a small like what they say in the movies. Ad break. Like an advertisement break happy. So the advertisement break will happen now. All the kids are all eagerly dressed and come. And why they have come? They have come to please Krishna. Correct? They have come to please Krishna. The performance what they are going to do now is not a very, not like any other performance here. That, like you see outside. Outside ka performance mein kya hai? That now people have to clap hands. People have to tell, yeah, very good, very good, very good. You are the best performer. Idhar aisa nahi hai. Everybody is the best performer. All of you sitting here are the best performers. Why? No, you took the pains to come here on this day first. All of you would have spent your night today at your house, happily, browsing through the TV. TV में बहुत सारा ऐसा, आज आ रहा है कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी का, videos, audios, dramas. Some, nowadays all this get what you call that animated movies and AI. AI का images आता है. Today somebody sent lot of pictures to me. The real part is all the images were AI images. All the images are AI images. So, in 10 years from now, how does Krishna look? We will forget actually. 10 साल में हमको सब भूल ही जाएंगे कृष्णा कैसा दिखता है. Because AI will come and tell you that no, Krishna कैसा दिखता है. So today many people send me some major messages. I was thinking, सब AI images. So कृष्णा कैसा दिखता है, कृष्णा कैसा था, कृष्णा का कैसा वर्णन है, इसके लिए ये सुनना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, we will think that AI images are much more beautiful. AI images is actually what I call is again mental concoction. वर्णन कैसा है भागवतम पे, each and every aspect का वर्णन है. Eyebrows कैसा है, eyes कैसा है, eyelids कैसा है, nose कैसा है, lips कैसा है, hair कैसा है. One of the things what it said is, the other surprising thing for Vasudeva was that the newborn kid was having full hair. When you have seen some small kids when they are born, they will not have full hair. Krishna when he was born, he was having full hair, curly hair. That too not normal hair, curly hair. So, aisa bahut sara varnan hai. So, let us actually hear the varnan from Bhagavatam, varnan from Acharyas, so that we become Krishna conscious. Not, tangled by ourselves in all these material things. So, we will continue after the performance by the kids. Then we will continue with some other instructions from Bhagavatam. So, Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav ki, Krishna Bhagavan ki. So, we have to have so much more recharging. So, the good thing is about the cultural events are that what happens is this is how the the entire thing Srila Prabhupada used to do in West. In the West means in the US and the America. What he used to do is he used to have these kind of cultural events intermixed with some philosophy. See, if we have only philosophy, some people get dried up. They don't understand the importance of the philosophy also. But on the other hand, if it's only cultural event, then it becomes sentimental. So what will happen is that you'll be having a lot of taste for dance program, sangeet, and all things are good. It's Krishna oriented. No, it reminds you of Krishna. At the end of the day, as I told you before the cultural event, the objective of all the cultural event is to remind Krishna to you. If it doesn't remind Krishna to you, then Shamahi eva kevalam. Bhagavatam says. What it says is, it's a waste of time. So any activity, actually that's what our life should be modeled of. Our life should be modeled in such a way that whatever we do, Srila Prabhupada used to say that whether we are doing this activity, I am doing this, whether this will please Krishna or not. We are going to cinema. This will please Krishna or not. We are going to watch a cricket match. This will please Krishna or not. We will go to a hotel to have some nice time with our family. This will please Krishna or not. We go to, we see some YouTube channels. Will it please Krishna or not? So we come to temple, do some service here. This will please Krishna or not? So every way, whatever we do from morning to evening, we have to ask ourselves, is Krishna pleased with my activity? See, if Krishna is not pleased with my activity, then what it becomes is, it's vikarma. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, akarma, vikarma, and karma. So what it means is, whether if we are not engaged properly in the service of Krishna, we are actually engaged in sin. Anyway, so now we have very less time. I have to finish some more. So we will see some more things. So where do we stop? Anybody? We can think whether you remember after the cultural event. Where did we stop? Sorry? Huh?
Vasudeva finishes the prayer and
Yes.
now we are...
So Vasudeva's prayers are over. Over means what? I mean, there is no end of prayers to Krishna. But he was telling that, so last he completes that, Krishna, something we have to do so that, Kamsa has to be killed. I don't know how we are going to do it. The point is, the beautiful point is that, the father, see, for example, think about it. A new child is born. The child doesn't know what is going to happen in this world. At least the father knows that what he wants to do for the child. But here it's exact opposite. The child knows exactly what needs to be done. The father is perplexed. Now how things will happen? What will happen? How he will kill Kamsa? Whether he will be capable of killing Kamsa. Kamsa is so powerful that whether this small boy will be able to kill him. So the father is more, in a tense situation. The child is happy. It generally doesn't happen in this material world. The child is crying, the child doesn't know what is going to happen, the child is hungry, the child is, inflicted with lot of, disease. The father knows how to handle it, but the child doesn't know. So now the mother is starting. Now the mother is telling, my husband already told about you. You are the spiritual, you are the supreme personality of Godhead. You came here. आप इधर आए थे, हमको रक्षक करने के लिए. So हम सब खुश हैं. So it's all fine. Now the problem is, think about this. Now the mother is also starting the worry. You don't know Krishna, how powerful Kamsa is. You killed Madhu. That's why he's called Madhusura. Now, Madhu you have killed. And this Kamsa is 100 times more powerful than Madhu. You don't know how much he is so powerful. And you are very, very laughing here. You don't know how it's going to be great difficulty to kill him. So, बहुत मुश्किल होने वाला है. And the mother is starting. अभी सोचो चाइल्ड के बारे में. चाइल्ड क्या सोच रहे हैं? अरे यार मैं इधर आया और दोनों मेरा माँ और पिता दो दुख में है. सही कि नहीं? अगर हमारा घर पे बच्चा पैदा हुआ, क्या होगा? हम दुख में होंगे क्या? फिर what? We will be very happy. We will be enjoying. But here, the father and mother both are unhappy. Both are happy having the problem. What will happen? See the real beauty of it. Same thing happens to us. We come to temple most of the time. We come here knowing that Krishna is supreme. We come here thinking that Krishna will save us. We come here thinking that Krishna is the only, way for all our problems. But still, we think that whether he will be able to solve it. कर देगा क्या? मेरा प्रॉब्लम इतना बड़ा है तो कर देगा क्या? सोचते कि नहीं? So same way, father and mother is also thinking. होगा कि नहीं है, होगा कि नहीं? ऐसा हम सोचता रहते. So Krishna is telling that you people don't worry. You don't worry. You are all simple fellows. And what he tells, पहले आपको आपका हिस्ट्री समझना चाहिए. आपका हिस्ट्री क्या है? आपका हिस्ट्री मतलब क्या? The Devaki and Vasudeva history क्या है? So what happened? The question comes is that how do we know that what happened to them before? Can anybody know that? Who were this Vasudeva and Devaki? General knowledge question. Huh? What is first? Kashyap? Aditi, Kashyapa. Okay. No, that is something different. Okay, I will explain. What you said? Krishni and Sutapa. Okay, that's also right. Both are right. Okay. So, what is the history? He is telling. Now, who is telling? The son, the newborn son is telling to your father and mother, आप कौन है करके? कभी होता है क्या? नहीं होता. Only Krishna के साथ होता है. Now, he is telling that, ऐसा है क्या परिस्थिति? आप दोनों, प्रजापति सुतापा थे. ब्रह्मा की बेटे. प्रजापति सुता. So what happens is, Brahma actually created so many Prajapatis. Why did he create Prajapatis? To all of us came through Prajapatis only. We are all here because Brahma's sons, procreated. And so many living entities were born. Okay, chalo. So Prajapati Sutapa and Prishni. So what happened is, they started doing tapasya. Before getting a child, what we have to all do? That is why in our sanskar, there's something called Garbhadan Samskar. Do you know what is Garbhadan Samskar? What is Garbhadan Samskar? Today we don't know. Yesterday I was telling about the most cruelsome sin one can commit in this material world. What is the most cruelsome sin one can commit? Abortion. Abortion is considered to be the most cruelest sin. Why it is the most cruelest sin? No, Bacha actually is not able to see the world. In the darkness we are killing it. In the darkness only we are killing the Bacha inside the womb. It's one of the most cruelest sin. Why we are doing it? Because for our sense gratification. हमारा sensual pleasure के लिए हम कर रहे हैं. हमारा sensual pleasure के लिए एक बच्चा को अंधेरे में उसको हत्या कर रहे हैं. That is the most cruelest sin. Most cruelest sin. So here, what happens is that the Prishti and the Sutapa, they are getting into this Garbhadhan Samskar. What is Garbhadhan Samskar? They did tapasya for 12,000 years. Before getting a kid, they actually did tapasya for 12,000 years. And in this 12,000 years, उन लोग ने सिर्फ हवा लिए और dry leaves खाए. Not dry leaves. You know, it's very difficult to eat dry leaves and live for 12,000 years. And they were actually only worshipping who? Narayana. नारायण के बारे में इतना कड़ा कपटुम तपस्या की. You know, तपस्या किया इसके लिए because Narayana should come back to our place. Narayana should be our son. Vishnu has to become our son. So इसके लिए बहुत सारा कठिन तपस्या की. See, that is the thing Srila Prabhupada immediately writes that parents, they have a huge responsibility when they get kids. Parents का responsibility क्या है? सिर्फ बच्चा पैदा करना ही parents का responsibility है क्या? फिर उसको पढ़ाई करना उसका responsibility है. उसको US भेजना उसका responsibility है. और उसको पढ़ाई ऑस्ट्रेलिया में करना उसका responsibility है. क्या responsibility? उसको शादी करना उसका responsibility है. और उसको एक घर बनाओ हमारा गांव में, उनका एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. और उनके लिए 100 ग्राम्स का सोना खरीद के रखो, वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी? क्या संस्कार? क्या संस्कार? No, the problem thing is, see, that's why it is called Garbhadhana Samskar. Garbhadhana Samskar means we are actually taking dana from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that we get a very, very, very pious person as our son or daughter. We are actually asking for a dana. What does dana means? We are asking for, we are going and asking, pleading to the Lord. I want to get some son, get a daughter. Why don't you actually help me with a pious soul? See, today, some of the kids, when they are born, the parents are very happy. They say that, my kid is very, very active. He's a very active person. I'm very happy. Actually, he is hyperactive. That's another problem. There's something called hyperactive syndrome. उनका उसका parental affection से वो सब वे हो जाता है. मेरा बच्चा बहुत अच्छा है, मेरा बेटी बहुत अच्छी है. The problem is we are not, we are only restricted by seeing the kids as they are growing, thinking that they are the best in the world. But हमारा क्या है, जिम्मेदारी क्या है? हमारा जिम्मेदारी ऐसा है that पितर न शिष्या, माता न शिष्या, गुरु न शिष्या, जननी न शिष्या. Bhagavatam says, what it means? You don't become mother, you don't become father. पिताजी मत बनाओ, माता मत बनाओ. Unless otherwise, what is the fourth line? That you are able to make them cross over this material world. You are not able to get them liberation. You are not able to make them Krishna conscious. You are not able to make them, come to Krishna and surrender to Him. You are not able to make them cross the material ocean. Then, पूरा sin कर रहे हो, पाप कर रहे हो, बच्चा पैदा करके. So here, Prishti and Sutapa are doing the same thing. They know, I don't want any kids. What I want is, I want them to become Krishna conscious. I want to become. They are not even asking that. They are asking that Vishnu or Krishna should become my son. So, हम भी ऐसा गर्भधान संस्कार करके हमको क्या करना चाहिए? सही तरफ की बेटा और बेटी पैदा करने के लिए हमको माहौल क्रिएट करना चाहिए. गर्भ पे एक माहौल क्रिएट करना चाहिए. Today, that's what they say that when the lady is pregnant, you have to hear some Bhagavatam, you have to hear some nice music. Because already Parikshit Maharaj, we saw this. That's what I told the first day. What I told? That Parikshit Maharaj is hearing Srimad Bhagavatam for the second time. Already he heard the first time. Where did he hear? Narada Muni se kidhar? Uttara ka garb mein hi. When he was in the womb only, he actually heard the entire Srimad Bhagavatam. So बच्चा अंदर है से सब सुन सकते हैं, सब उनका कॉन्शियसनेस है. सो वही टाइम से हमको उनको कृष्णा कॉन्शियस देना चाहिए. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसको पूरा हमने जो गलती कर रहे हैं वही वो सब सुन रहे हैं और उसको ही वो पैदा करेगा. और इधर आकर हम पूछ रहे हैं बंदा ठीक नहीं है, मेरा बच्चा ठीक नहीं है. कैसा ठीक रहेगा? ठीक नहीं रहेगा. सो ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर आवर मटेरियल वर्ल्ड कौन जिम्मेदारी है? हम ही जिम्मेदारी. हमारी वजह से हमारा प्रॉब्लम पूरा क्या हो रहा है? We don't know how to solve it. We are aggravating the problem. So becoming responsible for the parents is very, very important. And that is why they got the best of the parents. They got the best of the kids. The Prishti and Sutapa got the best of the kids. So Krishna says, first time I was born as a son to you. And that is called Prishni Garbha. And Prishni Garbha's example is quoted in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. If at all you want to know, you have to go and read 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prishni Garbha kaun hai? वो क्या क्या किया वो सब उधर है. So आप देख लेते. And then second, one more time also, Krishna was born to the same parents. And who are those? What you said? Kashyapa and Aditi. And who was their son? Vamanadev. And why did Vamanadev came? Why did Vamanadev come? What is Bali Maharaj? So Krishna came all the times, 3 times Krishna came. Even Prishti Garbha when he came, or Vamana when he came, or now to Devaki and Vasudeva when he comes. All the 3 times what he is doing? He is actually destroying the Ahankar. Ahankar ko sab nash karne ke liye hi aa raha hai. Vamanadev came because to actually completely kill the Ahankar of Bali Maharaj. Now today in Kerala they are celebrating in a very great fashion. Every day on the day of Onam. Correct? So what do they celebrate? They are celebrating that they are transformed. That the Vamanadev came and transformed their Raja Bali Maharaj. He is considered to be their king. So that is the beauty of Krishna. Even when he comes, there is some purpose behind it. So Krishna tells here that I came 3 times as your father and as a son, and you were my father and mother for 3 more times. So this is the beauty. Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. Nanda Gopa Vrajo Krishna. So what Brahma is saying in his prayers, that what Bhagya these 2 fellows did. This Devaki and Vasudeva. Kitna Bhagya kiye? Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. Nanda Gopa Vrajo Krishna. And all the Nanda Gopas, all the Gopas in Nanda Gokulam. And what? Vrajo Krishna. All the people in Vraja, what Bhagyam they have done. What Bhagyam they have done. Yanmitram Paramanandam. Yanmitram Paramanandam means the whole world is looking for them and they are their friends. कृष्णा को सभी जगह पे ढूंढ रहे हैं सब लोग, नहीं मिल रहा है, बट ये लोग के लिए वो फ्रेंड्स बन गया. यन्मित्रम परमानंदम, परम आनंदम, पूर्णम ब्रह्म सनातनम, पूर्णम ब्रह्म सनातनम. He is Purnam, he is Brahma, he is Sanatana. So these 2 people were so fortunate that they were able to get the kids. They are able to get Krishna as their son. Now that is very important here. Now the last point which also comes in this Bhagavatam verses is that Devaki is, why, sometimes the question is asked, yesterday I was telling you, why does we get fear? हमारे को भय क्यों आता है? मैंने कल बताया. Why we get fear? Insecurity, correct. What we are insecure of? What we are insecure of? Insecurity है. किसके लिए insecurity है? मरण पे. Okay, why we are afraid of मरण? You want to live. Why do you want to live? Because again, see, everything comes back to the same point. No, one is because fear of maran. Why maran? Because you want to live. Why do you want to live? Because we have attachment to this material world. मैंने 2 दिन के पहले एक story बताया. What is the story? That the old man asked the doctor, can you give me, half a day time? I have to write a will. I have to settle the business. I have to give all my money to my children. And then I can die. This is the problem when you have so much of money. That is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also. What he says, Mrityu sarva haras chaham. Don't worry how much you are accumulating, all the wealth in your house, all the wealth you have created. Everything will be nullified at the time of death. That is why we are restless. Kabhi hoga. That's what I always say. That what happens is this body is like a rented apartment. ये शरीर कैसा है? रेंट वाड़े पे आया हुआ अपार्टमेंट जैसा है. So हम वाड़े में लेते हैं ना अपार्टमेंट. So what we do an agreement. Correct? We do an agreement. Agreement में क्या लिखते हैं? That this house so and so are agreed, agreement करते हैं, and this agreement is for 12 months, and इतना पैसा हम pay करेंगे, correct? This शरीर, there is an agreement between us and him. हम दोनों के बीच में agreement है. उन्होंने ये शरीर हमको दिया है. Problem क्या है? ये agreement पे, he knows when the agreement ends. We don't know when the agreement ends. यही उसका और इसका फर्क है. The normal agreement पे, we know very well that the agreement ends on a specific date. Say 15th March it ends, or 30th August it ends. So वो टाइम पे हम क्या करते हैं? रेन्यूअल करते हैं और दूसरा घर ढूंढते हैं. Correct? But here he knows when our agreement is ending, but we don't know when our agreement is ending. हमको मालूम ही नहीं. कभी भी हो सकता है. अभी हम मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं, 5 मिनट में मेरा एग्रीमेंट खत्म हो चुका है, वो भी हो सकता है. 5 मिनट्स में मेरा एग्रीमेंट खत्म हो चुका है, वो भी पॉसिबल है. सो दिस इज द इनसिक्योरिटी वी हैव. सो कभी भी हो सकता है. सो क्या करें? जमा करो. करेक्ट? सो कितना भी जमा करो, उतना जमा करो. सो यही हम कर रहे हैं. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट the real problem is that insecurity comes, fear, yesterday I told, fear comes because of insecurity. Now, because we have material attachment. So somebody might ask a question, why here, these people, Vasudeva and Devaki, they are all, exalted devotees, अच्छे devotees हैं. उनके मन पे क्यों fear आया? सही कि नहीं? No, they are all exalted devotees, they are devotees. Why? They should have fear in mind. Fear is only for normal people like you and me. Correct? Why the greatest of people should have fear? What is the answer? Answer क्या है? Sorry? Did you understand the question? Question समझ में आया? See, सवाल क्या है? That we are purposefully we have some fear because of uncertainty. That कल भी मर सकते हैं, हमारा पैसा क्या हो जाएगा, सब सब fear सही है. But they are all the exalted devotees हैं. Nitya Siddha. They are called Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Siddha means whenever Krishna comes, their father and mother are always Devaki and Vasudeva only. Whenever he comes. So those kind of people, क्यों fear पे है? क्यों भयभीत हो गए? क्या problem क्या है? Huh? So then why are they called them exalted devotees? If they don't have idea about the real thing. Okay, now the problem is, this is what Shastra says, Acharyas are coming and telling us, that what they tell is, that this is the fear out of prema, not out of illusion. Fear out of, what we have is fear out of illusion. हमारा illusion क्या है? कभी भी हो सकता है कुछ. उनका क्या fear है? Out of prema, out of love for Krishna, out of, the vatsalya bhav. वात्सल्य भाव की वजह से उनको फियर है. अरे यार, कम से कम हमने देख लिया, ये बच्चा को पहली बार देख रहे हैं, कम से कुछ कर सकते हैं क्या ये बच्चा को? ये वात्सल्य भाव. सो कृष्णा इज कमिंग. दैट इज व्हाट इमीडिएटली द शास्त्र आल्सो से दैट इज द ग्रेटेस्ट भाग्य दिस पीपल कमिटेड. दैट मच ऑफ लव दे हैव, दैट मच ऑफ प्रेम दे हैव फॉर कृष्ण. This is called the condensed, Srila Prabhupada used to call condensed milk. What is condensed milk? आप लोग कुकिंग पे हैं, सो क्या होगा? दूध को उबलते हैं, करेक्ट? दूध को बॉइल करते हैं. सो व्हाट हैपन? 5 liters of दूध will become 4 liters. Then you will continue cooking. What will become? 3 liters. Then suddenly it become like Pal Peda, and even the Bengalis know it very well. The Pal Peda of the milk sweet is so famous in Bengal and Orissa. Correct? So what happens? 5 liter का milk अभी क्या बन गया? 1 liter का बन गया, 1 kilo का बन गया. So 4 liter किधर गया? So this is called intense, the intense prema, intense thing what happens. It is not like, one thing. You all come here for Janmashtami and remaining 364 days, you don't know who Krishna is. And we all can see you only next year, Janmashtami. That is not real love. That is something called, what I call is, timely love. Timely love means, time आ गया जन्माष्टमी का, कृष्ण का याद आता है. And next day, कृष्ण भूल जाते हैं. कृष्ण कौन है भाई? हमारा काम करने का है ना, कृष्ण कौन है? So this is what we have become like time की based. सब लोग SMS आ गया जन्माष्टमी चलो कल जाते हैं. Krishna, as I told you yesterday, every day morning when the screen is opened, Krishna is there searching. कितना लोग आए मुझे देखने के लिए? Every day he searches. कितने लोग आए मुझे देखने के लिए? हम तैयार है क्या कृष्ण को देखने के लिए? इच्छुक है क्या कृष्ण को देखने के लिए? और सब छोड़ के आए क्या कृष्ण को देखने के लिए? This is what happened in Nanda Gokula. What happened is when Krishna was brought, now he'll come. No, now he will come. Actually, we don't have time. Now what happened is when Krishna was taken from Mathura, now it will happen. So what happened? Now he says all the things. I'll come there at the time. So now it's all done. He is born. Now he is telling, don't worry. Now I'm leaving from your place. मैं सब कुछ संभालता हूँ. Tension मत लेना. I am leaving from this place. I have to go and do some other duty, crossing Yamuna, and I will come back to you after 11 years. 11 साल के बाद मैं अगेन आएगा और at that time हम दोनों एक साथ जिएंगे. So I will come back to Mathura after 11 years. So ऐसा बोल के he is making arrangements for his leaving from that place. So this is what happens. We all know the story. Story with बोलने का जरूरत नहीं है. What he did is that all the people by the Yoga Maya, all the gods went to sleep. Their chains were removed, all the chains removed. Then the Vasudev takes him in the basket and starts moving. Immediately what happens? Adisesh comes and what he does is he forms an umbrella. And obviously, as I told you, there's a rainy season, no? Obviously the rain is very harsh. And when we have Janmashtami in India, every place will have big rains. People will always say, why don't you have Janmashtami some other time? This is the nature of human beings. Human beings से क्या है? मुझे तकलीफ नहीं होना चाहिए. भगवान को क्यों नहीं आप शरद के सीजन में पैदा होने के लिए बोला भाई? अच्छा सीजन पे आने के लिए बोलो ना, so that we all can have good fun. Purposefully Krishna does that. Why? To check our inclination. What he's saying is even there is so much of hindrances, we should come. Even here, if it is raining, even if it is flooding, even if it is an earthquake, even a whole building is falling. Today now if earthquake is coming, what you will all do? Run. Krishna is saying, don't run. I will take care of you. This is what he did Govardhan Leela. Govardhan Leela में क्या किया? सब लोग भाग रहे इधर उधर से उनका फैमिली को बचाने के लिए. कृष्णा बोल रहे हैं अरे यार मैं बचाता हूं यार, मैं इसके लिए पैदा हुआ, मैं बचाने के लिए पैदा हुआ. बट हमारे उनके बाद जिम्मेदारी यकीन नहीं है. करेक्ट. व्हाट वी थिंक इज वेदर ही विल डू, दिस स्मॉल किड विल डू. I have been maintaining my family for 30 years. I have been maintaining my family for 40 years. I am the head of the family. ये छोटा बच्चा कैसा हमको जिम्मेदारी लेगा? That's what we think. So he goes now, and what happens is that from this side to that side, now he has to go. Yamuna is flooded. Always during rainy season, Yamuna is flooded. So अभी क्या हो जाएगी? Yamuna is also have to give a way. In previous occasion, it also happened. When it happened? In one previous occasion, same thing happened. Anybody can answer? That entire walking path was given way for Lord. During Lord Ramachandra's reign, Samudra, what he did? He gave way for him to go to Sri Lanka. Correct? Samudra Devi came and bowed down before Lord Ramachandra and told that I will give you all the way so that you can reach Sri Lanka very safely. So same way, Yamuna Devi is very happy, and he gives way for Vasudev to take Krishna to Nanda Gomara's house. Now Shastra, another question comes. You all know where Ganges comes from. Ganges किधर से आ रहे? Where does Ganges come? गंगा देवी किधर से आ रही है? गोमुख किधर से आ रहे हैं? So that is the beautiful sixth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. See, all your answers are there in Bhagavatam. We have to read. Bhagavatam पढ़ना चाहिए. कितना unnecessary चीज हम पढ़ते रहते हैं. What we have to do? We have to read Bhagavatam every day. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. And Dhunoti Vrunatsaha means immediately it untangles your material attachments. See, if somebody comes and tells me that material attachment ज्यादा है, मतलब क्या है? आप भागवतम नहीं पढ़ रहे हो. भागवतम पढ़ने की वजह से क्या हो जाएगा? आपका पूरा मटेरियल कंटामिनेशन रिड्यूस हो जाएगा. That's very important. So what happened is that now Yamuna Devi is actually Yamuna. Where is Yamuna born? Yamuna is born out of the perspiration of Krishna. Krishna का perspiration जो आता है, Krishna का perspiration से आ रहा है Yamuna. So Yamuna इसका perspiration से आ रहा है. So this is the beautiful thing about the Yamuna thing. Now what he is doing? He goes there. At the whole, due to Mahamaya, the entire Nanda Gokulam is sleeping. Correct? Yashoda Devi also at the same time gave birth. He also gave birth. Now can anybody tell how many kids Yashoda Devi gave birth to? One. Very good. Correct answer. Any other answer? According to Shastra, Yashoda Devi gave birth to 2 kids that day. She gave birth to 2 kids, 1 male kid and 1 female kid. Okay. Now what happened actually that day is, see the beauty of the Shastras. Krishna is actually fulfilling every desire. If you have a desire, Krishna will fulfill. हमारे को desire होना चाहिए. Now, the thing is, Yashoda Devi also was doing in her previous birth extreme penances, extreme tapasya to get Krishna as a kid. Now, this is what I always say. People come here. I was telling the first day. They all go to that Hyderabad में एक बालाजी मंदिर है. बालाजी मंदिर में जाकर सब पूजा करते हैं. इसके लिए वीसा अप्लाई करने के लिए. वीसा के मुझे वीसा चाहिए. और एक दिन में 100 लोग को वीसा मिलेगा. बट 1000 लोग खड़ा है. सो कृष्णा कौन सा 100 लोग को देने वाला है? सेम हियर. Vasudev, Devaki is also praying. Yashoda Mai is also praying. So we क्या करें? So this is the trick of Krishna. He was born here. He was born there also. And the girl child who was born is Yogamaya. Okay. Now what will happen? Now this will happen is that Yashodananda Maharaj has brought. Vasudeva has brought the actual born Krishna in his basket to Nanda Gokul. Nanda Gokul लेकर आया. सब लोग सो रहे. Yashoda Devi was so, from a labor pain, she was so tired, she also fell asleep. Now, 2 बच्चे पैदा हो गए. So, now he comes and sees, the Shastra says, that Vasudeva could not, we don't know what to do now. 2 kids he is seeing. क्या करना चाहिए? The instruction that has been given to him by Krishna before leaving the palace, leaving the prison. You go there, there will be a girl child, bring it back to here. एक लड़की होगी उसको इधर लेकर आओ. सही है ना? सो बट इधर 2 लड़के हैं. वो एक लड़की भी है, लड़का भी है. सो ही इज परप्लेक्स्ड नाउ. क्या करना चाहिए अभी? सो नाउ व्हाट ही डज, ही इमीडिएटली थिंक्स, चलो कृष्णा का आज्ञा को पूरा करता हूं. जो बाकी कृष्णा देख लेगा. सो व्हाट ही थिंक्स, ही कीप्स हिज किड, टेक्स द गर्ल चाइल्ड एंड कम्स बैक. एंड ही डजंट नो व्हाट विल हैपन देयर. ही कम्स बैक. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन इज ही गोस एंड कीप्स द किड in back to the lap of Devaki. And immediately the door closes and the shackles automatically comes, and the boys, the guards who were sleeping, immediately they woke up. They were all sleeping. Now, what happened here is, it's another story. We are going to go where what happened there. That's more important to us. In next 10 minutes, we'll see that. So now what happened is, that there in Nanda Gokula, now there are 2 Krishnas lying. One born out of Devaki, one who was born out of Yashoda. So now Krishna, by this internal potency, by Yogamaya, he unifies it to a single kid. And this is the beauty. Acharyas immediately explain that why that Krishna came in 400 form to Devaki and he came only in 200 form to Yashoda. सवाल तो सही है ना. See, 2 बच्चा पैदा हुआ. एक बच्चा 4 गुट से पैदा हुआ. दूसरा बच्चा 2 गुट से पैदा हुआ. क्यों ऐसा है? क्यों? Why there should be difference between 2 kids, one born to Devaki, one born to Yashoda? Because when they were doing the tapasya, Prishni and Sutapa, they were worshipping Vishnu to get as their son. Yashoda was only worshipping Krishna to get as their son. So we also have to be very careful what we ask to Krishna. You know, जो भी हम पूछते हैं, he is ready to give. Like what this fellow came and asked, who? Our Kumbhakarna. You know, he came and asked, I want to be Nitya, always to be never living. And you know, the Saraswati Devi came into his tongue and made Nidra. So he was never sleeping. So in front of the Lord, we should be very careful what we ask. You know, he is willing to fulfill. You know, he is the Varadan. He is Varadaraj. You know, he is called Varadan, Varadaraj. He is the Raja of giving Varada. He will give you anything what you ask, provided you are qualified. And also what he will do, so that you be careful with what you are asking to him. So, for Yashodamai, the son who was born is actual Krishna. Now in the Gopal Champu, there is a beautiful explanation of what happened that night in Nanda Gokula. When Krishna was just brought inside the boundary of Nanda Gokula, from Yamuna's Tatpe, Andar Gusete, immediately the full moon is also moving. You know, the full moon is also moving. And the Acharyas are asking, first we told it is raining, how the moon can come? Correct? Whenever it is raining, what will happen? The clouds will cover the moon. But this is a special occasion. Moon Lord wants to see the beautiful face of the Lord. So he is, trying to, increase his brightness and, coming and always moving along with us. And some of the people, in village people, what they used to do, the men will always sleep outside the house. Correct? And women will be sleeping inside the house. And so the men who are sleeping outside the house, suddenly they see that din jaisa ho gaya. The night has become like day. Brightness has increased. So immediately they are asking, what happened? What happened? What happened? So on the previous day, one lady and a Brahmin boy comes to Nanda Gokula. One old lady, widow lady, and a Brahmin boy comes to Nanda Gokula. And her name is Paurnamasi. Paurnamasi, and one of this, one small boy, Brahmin boy, who looks like exactly Narada, they both come inside Nanda Gokula. And Paurnamasi is a foreteller. Foreteller means she tells you what will happen. So yesterday afternoon, she came and told to all the residents of Nanda Gokula that tomorrow morning, the Supreme Personality of God and Krishna is going to come to your village. So these people thought, this one lady is coming from outside world and blabbering something. No, he is going to come. The Vedas, who themselves came in my dream yesterday night and told me that Nanda Gokulam is going to be, giving, it will be like a brightened moon, and it will be like, shining when Krishna comes. So some of these fellows who really, made fun of this Paurnamasi, in the night they think that, jo boli sahi hai yaar, jo raat ko jo ho rahe hain, kal unhe sahi bataya, kuch to I think Krishna andar aa chuka hai. And even the birds are singing in the night. Birds are singing in the night. Birds are singing in the night. So yes, so everything has been changed. And the whole world, the entire Nanda Gokulam is coming and seeing. And next day morning, they are going to come and see the beautiful face of Krishna. So I was telling to somebody today, see, we are celebrating Krishna Janam here. And so we are all today the Devaki and Vasudev's party. Today is Vasudeva and Devaki's party of function. And tomorrow is Nanda Maharaja's party. So morning only, today the entire Nanda Gokulam is sleeping. They don't know Krishna has come. Only the Vasudeva and Devaki's party like us are awake today to see the Krishna first only. Because if you go there, see, that's what Acharyas beautifully say. That, why devotees actually, what Srila Prabhupada was asked, why devotees you are actually awake for the whole day on the Janmashtami day? Actually Nandotsav happened next day, You can also see Krishna next day. Why you all have to awake? Go and sleep nicely, What is the answer? Answer can?
To see the Krishna first.
To see the Krishna first. Why can't you see Krishna tomorrow morning?
Next day, no?
Next day, okay. What is the answer? Answer is, we are not allowed to enter Raja Gokulam first. Even today, you go to Raja Gokulam, you cannot see anything, you already see trees, but Krishna is there. But if you go to Mathura today, you can see Mathura's Acha Vigraha Krishna. In Mathura, we are all allowed. but we are not allowed in Vrajagokulam. In Vrajagokulam, who are only allowed? Only gopis are allowed. Only Krishna, has kept a gatekeeper. जो अंदर आने के उसको ही अलाउड है. हम जैसा आदमी लोग को उधर अलाउड नहीं है. सो इसके लिए हम आज ही कृष्ण को देख लेते हैं. आज ही कृष्णा पैदा हो रहे हैं, आज ही कृष्णा को देख लेते हैं. And that's the entire thing that we are all struggling awake. Our eyes are also getting to sleep, but we are trying to be awake. So this is the beauty of Krishna Janma. And thank you so much. You all came. You all stayed awake. Now tomorrow is Nandotsav. We will have one more session tomorrow. So what is the homework? Homework, yeah. And without homework we cannot leave, no? So what is the homework? Homework is, now I have a question. So now we explained about, Nanda Maharaj. I want to ask you, Nanda Maharaj is a Vaishya and Vasudev was a Kshatriya. They both are brothers. How come somebody born in the same family, one becomes a Kshatriya or one becomes a Vaishya? What is the answer? So that we will see tomorrow. You do some homework and come. Let us see how it goes. So why one of them born as a Kshatriya, one of them born as a Vaishya? And who was their mother? Why one is living in Nanda Gokulam, one living in Mathura? So this is the homework for you. So then we will know who is Nanda Maharaj. Then we will know how to celebrate Nandotsav. And then we will know the beauty. Tomorrow is a very important day. Why it is a very important day? Because it is the Vyasa Puja of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, you also yesterday was telling, he is the man who prescribed the right medicine. He is a man who is a doctor. Here we have so many doctors sitting, but he is the right man with the right medicine. So tomorrow we will see some glories of Srila Prabhupada, and we actually pray to him that Prabhupada, मुझे भी थोड़ा दवाई दे दो. मैं दवाई लेने के लिए आया हूँ. So tomorrow is the last day, so we will be giving you dawai. So we all request you, come tomorrow and take the dawai. Dawai is very important for you, so that you will be able to get out of this material world and Nanda Maharaj की वो Vrajagokulam तक हम पहुंच सके. So Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Janmashtami Mahotsav की, Krishna Bhagwan की, जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद.